Well guys, something mildly interesting happened in the anime Vanguards community yesterday, and although I'm not sure if it happened exactly on yesterday, that's when the video that was posted that made me aware of it happened, so I'm just going to title it the 28th, what month is this? The April 28th incident? Yeah, we'll just go with that. But what I wanted to talk about was this clip that surfaced recently that Rajan Cubed, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, well, he posted this clip. And it's just this guy who's selling like his entire inventory of units. And this guy has monarchs on monarchs on monarchs. He has leaderboard units. This guy has one of the most stacked inventories in the game. And he's selling everything. Why? Why is he doing this? Well, that's what we're going to dive into this video for. And, you know, not only discuss why he did it, but some other adjacent things that happened alongside that on the same day, which I think were pretty funny. So let's get into it. I'll be playing the video of what I'm actually talking about as I'm explaining the situation, or at least the most knowledge that I have of the situation since I wasn't there to personally confirm the events. But I did ask multiple people to try and find out as much as I possibly could about why exactly he would do this, because, you know, watching this clip in real time hurts. Like, what the fuck? Do you see how much good shit this guy had? And I can only imagine how much money went into this account if you had that many monarchs. Actually, did he have that many monarchs? He had a good amount, right? More than the average player, I'd say. Like, he had a lot of good units, good leaderboard units, units with good traits. This was a pretty heavily progressed account, and it is such a shame seeing every single one of those units go down the gutter. You know what this clip reminds me of? There was this other dude who deleted everything in his, he sold everything in his account, but it wasn't because of what happened to this guy. It's because Andre left the developer team, and he said, yeah, if Andre's gone, I'm gone. He deleted everything. And now AA's like fucking dead. Like, you know, probably not the greatest, smartest move to do what that guy did, because he was just on the bandwagon. But as I was saying, the reason that this guy is going through and deleting every single unit in his inventory was because I think he was under the impression he was going to be banned. That's my understanding of it. Right, from everyone that I asked, the story goes, this guy who's deleting all of his units, was getting trolled by two other people who told him, yo bro, there's this like bug. I think it was a free rent dupe bug. I think. Right? Keyword is think here. But look, the important fact is two other people were trolling him in a different server, and they told him, yo bro, there's this bug. And like, you know, you gotta watch out. Like, there's a bug, yada yada. The guy who's deleting everything, who is, we're gonna call guy number one, because I don't know what his username is, but guy number one, who's deleting everything, finds this out, and he starts like tweaking. He doesn't understand that it's a joke. He's freaking out. And then he pings Pysef over it. And basically wastes their time over a non-existent bug, because keep in mind, this entire thing was a joke. There was no insane bug that was being abused. There was no need to ping Pysef in the first place. So what I don't understand, this is still a mystery to me. Why did he feel the need to delete everything in his account? You know, that's really one of those things that, you know, we'd have to get him on video ourselves and just fucking ask him what happened. What was the thought process here? Because I feel so bad for the guy. I imagine he didn't want to do this, right? Like, no one wakes up one day and they're like, let me just throw months of work and money down the drain. And I say work in air quotes because it's a Roblox game, but still, let me throw away all that time and money down the drain for funsies, for a 2-minute clip. Like, it's never worth it. That's just a bad idea. And I don't think he wanted to do it. I feel like he genuinely felt like he was going to be banned, or something bad was going to happen. So he just decided to, you know, strike while the iron's hot. Quit while you're ahead. Just delete all my units now. At least I'll get the clip out of it, because I'm going to be banned regardless. So I might as well do what I got to do. And that's what I think his thought process was. But keep in mind, this is me analyzing this from the outside looking in. But that is only half of the April 28th incident. Because on the same day that this guy fucking fell for the bait of the century, I guess, bro got trolled so hard he deleted everything in his account, four other leaderboard players, competitive anime Vanguards players who run leaderboard runs and regularly place on the leaderboard, were banned. And the reason that we have is because they were exploiting, or more specifically, they were injecting into the Roblox anime Vanguards game itself. And when people found out about this, more specifically the devs found out about this, they were banned. So let me get more into that right now. I started sifting through Pysef's messages in Discord, and the first one that I could find reads, I banned 4 leaderboard runners for exploiting today. And a lot of people were kind of up in arms about this. I was like reading the conversations going on in the little chat, and there were people like, you know, this is cruel punishment. They got convicted for a crime they didn't commit, yada yada. And like I said, I wasn't there. I really couldn't give you my input on that. But what I do know is I can just go off of what Paisef says, and the following messages read as this. People were asking what exploit was being used. They say he used an injector. And injector is basically like the little script injectors, because Roblox games can detect when you inject into their game. Well, depending on how good the anti-cheat is. Anti-cheat! My god, that was a tongue twister. Yeah. Depending on how good the anti-cheat is for a game, like Roblox has meh anti-cheat blocks routes, non-existent. That's why you see so many exploiters. And I'm guessing Enemy Vanguards has one that's better than the average game if they were able to detect it. And whenever you try to use like one of the little exploit executors, like I remember the most popular one for a while used to be Synapse X. Whenever you try to use those, there's a chance for you to be detected that you're injecting into the game itself. And obviously at that point you're liable for being banned. So these 4 leaderboard players that are banned, to my knowledge, were banned because they were caught injecting. Whether they actually exploited it or not, we don't know. But once you're caught injecting, you're cooked, bro. Like there's no coming back from that because you're already doing something that you weren't supposed to. And the reason that this situation is funny is because it happened on the exact same day that the other dude deleted everything in his account because of the bug, in air quotes, or because he thought he was going to get in trouble. So people were like, oh, bro, how did a fake bug report end up in 4 people being banned and this and that? And there was a lot of confusion going around, which is why I call it the April 28th incident, because it was just like the perfect shitstorm of unfortunate things happening at the same time for it to look extremely bad. But Paisef said this other thing, I'll put the message up on the screen, wasn't because of the... I can't pronounce that. Wasn't because of him, just funny coincidence / timing. Which, you know, in my mind, it just confirms that the dude deleting all of his stuff had nothing to do with the people being banned. And the AV competitive leaderboard server is definitely unique, to say the least. What I will say is, the reason that I found out about it, my buddy Lord Tomo, he was like, yo bro, join this server. If you promote it, they'll like carry you to like a leaderboard run so you can get a cool unit. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, but you know, I don't really want to do that on the channel. Like promoting a server, it's not a bad thing, but you just have to be really careful with what you promote, because once you post it and it's public, you know, God forbid that promotion's bad, it's up there forever. So I just told him like, okay, the server seems cool. I'll join it. I'll check it out. I'm not going to promote it though. He's like, all right, bet. So me and him were just chilling in the server for a while. I would talk in it occasionally sometimes. But from my personal experience, and this has nothing to do with Anime Vanguards, this is from earlier games like Deep Woken and GPO and Type Soul. When you go into a competitive Roblox community, as soon as the words competitive and Roblox combine, not a single good thing will come out of that. And that's not to throw shade at anyone that's in a competitive Anime Vanguards community. I'm sure there's a lot of great guys there. But from my personal experience with other competitive Roblox communities, every single time that you start taking these Roblox games too seriously, it's just a breeding ground for some bad things to happen. Or just people that take this game way too seriously kind of suck the joy out of these games in general because you're tweaking over a Roblox game. But you know, I won't dive too into specifics, but let's just say I've seen some people take Roblox games way too seriously to the point where some not good things have happened. You know, we'll leave it at that. But here's what I can say about the leaderboard server, because, you know, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. In my experience, one time, or like something specifically that happened in that server that made me realize, yeah, this shit is cooked, I'm out of here, is when one of the mods or staff members, I don't know who the fuck, made a post. They made a poll, and the poll was asking, hey guys, should we make a not safe for work channel? Obviously, if you're a kid, you won't be able to access it, and you need to like request to be in the channel, and there's not going to be anything gross. What the actual fuck are we talking about? What do you mean not safe for work channel? This is a server for a Roblox game with children in it. Like, this is supposed to be for AV leaderboards. Like, what in the, like, genuine... I'm at a loss for words, right? What in tarnation could have possessed you to make that poll? It's just the amount of common sense or lack thereof when trying to rally the people in the server together to see if they wanted to make a channel in the server for a Roblox game to have not safe for work in it. Like, what are we doing? In what universe do we need to do that? As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm out of here. What the fuck is this? What is the leaderboards even about? This shit ain't even about leaderboards no more. And, you know, that little story of mine is completely unrelated to the April 28th incident. But I wanted to mention it just because it's related to the leaderboard server. And I was in the server for a while, but that's the reason that I left. That was just fucking weird, dude. Why are we doing that? Roblox server of all places. Like, bro, keep that shit to yourself. But a synopsis on what we went over in this video. Number one, a dude got trolled pretty hard to the point where he deleted his entire inventory because he thought something bad was going to happen. 4 leaderboard players were banned on that same day for exploiting, which, you know, I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles. There's not much to commentate over on that front. And in my experience, competitive Roblox communities, you're just better off without them. Like, I mean, if you're really into a game and you want to be a part of the competitive community, by all means, you know, be happy, live your life. But I've learned to just not bother with any competitive side of Roblox. It's just not a recipe for success. And with all that being said, that is going to be it for me. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Stay tuned for more content. Let me know in the comments what you think about that poor guy deleting his entire inventory, and we'll catch you in the next one.